Hello. If you're watching this video, I suspicion that means that you already have met us, but just in case not, I'll introduce us. I'm Terrell Monks. I'm the senior attorney at Oklahoma Estate Attorneys. To my right, your left on the screen, Kennedy Bryan. She's one of the attorneys that handles estate planning matters in our office. She also handles other things, but estate planning mostly. We are making this video just to kind of give you a heads up on what to expect when you come in for your signing appointment. You will have already met us. You will have already told us who inherits grandma's wedding ring and so forth. We will have put it into the documentation in the way that you told us about. And now we're ready to get it signed. So I'll turn over the microphone, so to speak, to Kennedy and ask her to lead the way. If I have any worthwhile thoughts or perhaps just distractions, I'll chime in.
Okay. So again, in the big picture of things, this appointment comes right after your initial consultation. So we've already drafted your documents, and when we're done, we'll give you a call and say, hey, we've finished drafting them. Would you like to come in and see them? So when you come in, we will go over every document that we've drafted. We'll make sure names are spelled right, the correct people are serving in the correct positions. We'll go over everything to make sure you understand, one, what that document does, and two, who is in that document.
Before you actually come in to sign, there will be some days that go by while we're working. And during that time, you may have a thought. You know, I've appointed Bob to serve as my power of attorney, but Bob's filed bankruptcy twice. Maybe that was a bad idea. That's a good time to call us and talk about it. We prefer that you not wait till the signing appointment when you're sitting there with pen in hand to decide that, oh, I think I want to fire Bob and use my sister instead. Now, if you get to the signing appointment and you have a flash of thought that indicates, wow, I need to change this, most of the time we can still make it happen. Not always, but most of the time. If you come to the signing appointment and you want to change everything, that's going to be a little cumbersome, necessitate a little extra work, a little extra time, and probably a new appointment.
We do have some clients who have really complex estate plans, so we might need to meet once at your signing appointment, nail down some details, and then meet again. That's usually kind of rare. Normally, most clients review our documents with us. They're normally what they want if they haven't made any changes, and then we'll go ahead and sign them that day. When you come and sign in our office supplies all of the witnesses and the notary that you need. Occasionally, we do house calls, but that's, of course, additional fee, and we can talk logistics.
Occasionally, we have to do signings in the hospital or nursing home. And in that event, we may be asking you if you have some family friends who will serve as a witness. Usually one of us will be a notary, but it's often difficult for us to take 3 people out of the office for a couple hours for a signing appointment in a remote location. So we try to do signings in the office if you're medically able to do that.
It's important to note that during your signing appointment, it's really important that you just bring yourself and your spouse, if your spouse is signing documents too. During this estate planning journey, it's just you alone. But after you sign your documents, our office can keep copies of them if you would like us to, and we can store them in our database. Otherwise, we'll file any deeds that you have, and then we will scan it in, like I said, and give you a call that your book is ready to be picked up. And you'll receive your documents back. You will have your originals. We will not keep your originals. So make sure you have a really safe spot to put those in.
That brings 2 thoughts to mind. Often people wonder, why can't I bring my children to all of my appointments? I'm completely open with my children. I've talked about this with them. They know what I'm doing. And I will tell you that there's a couple reasons for that. First, we are always being careful to try to assure that no one is proverbially twisting your arm. We don't want our work for you to be in vain. We do not want your estate planning to be attacked because someone thinks that your son or grandson or daughter made you do your estate planning in this fashion. We want the work we do for you to be upheld and for your estate to go exactly as you wish. So we ask that you please don't bring outsiders to estate planning appointments, at least not outsiders who might possibly inherit under the will or trust, or who might be in a position that they get accused of doing nefarious things to get your stuff during your lifetime. We ask this, and frankly, it's a rule. And the reason it's a rule is because we know that it is likely that someday Kennedy or I will be on the witness stand and we'll be asked, who was in the signing appointment with client, you in this instance? And we can say, if they were married, their spouse might have been there, but other than that, no one else was there. And then the attorney, if they're at all sharp, will say, this was 9 years ago, and we know you do lots of estate plans. How could you possibly remember who was in the room? And I'll say, I don't remember, but this is the habit and rule of our office. We never let the children and grandchildren come in and sit through the estate planning signing or to give us instructions on what to do, because we knew that this day would come and we wouldn't remember years later who was in the room, but we will remember what the rules were. So please don't be offended, and don't let your children be offended just because they can't come join you in your estate planning. Now, in the beginning, when we are telling you about options, we're thrilled for your children to be there. And later, if you want to set up an appointment where we talk to your children about their authority as trustee or power of attorney, we're thrilled for them to come to that and do that with you. But when you're giving us instructions and when you're signing the plan, we want you. You are our client. Your children are not the clients. Your grandchildren are not the clients, even though we hope them to benefit someday. I think we've covered it.
I think we have.
Please feel free to give us a call. Our number is 405-733-8686. By the way, if you're watching this just in preparation for the first call to our office, I'd like for you to keep in mind that we do offer estate planning workshops, which are free, small groups where we just talk to you about options. You will leave here with more knowledge than you had when you came in, but you will not be under any pressure to buy. We don't even allow anyone to buy anything at our workshops. It is strictly for education. Of course, we hope you'll like us. We hope that you'll recognize you need an estate plan, and we hope you'll come back. But at the workshop, no selling pressure, not even an opportunity to buy anything. If you recognize you do need to do something, of course, you can make an appointment to come back, and we hope you will. But no selling at the workshop. All right. Thanks, guys. And last time, the phone number is 405-733-8686. And you can find our website at www.estateplan.expert. ESTATEPLAN.EXPERT. Estateplan.expert. Thanks, guys.